Hey, I'm totally hooked for this. Okay, let's go. Miles Edgeworth 2, Ace Attorney. This is the English fan translation of Japanese only release. So basically a bit of a hack. So not sure how accurate the translation is, but hopefully it'll be a laugh anyway. We're going to try to narrate this, so get ready for some awesome voice acting. Okay, part 1, episode 1, Turnabout Target. There it is, we can see it. It's the emissary of peace from the east. The president's private plane is arriving at Gourd Lake.
That's quite a plane.
Can you hear it? The cheers of the crowd. Welcome, Zheng Fa Republic. Welcome, Mr. President. Mr. President, this way, please. Your audience awaits. Huh, nice. My dear friends, this is a reason. A few days ago, a smuggling ring that was long plagued my nation was exposed and crushed. This is possibly thanks to the country's prosecutor's office. Snazzy gun. From the bottom of my heart, I convey unto them my utmost gratitude. However, the battle is still not over. I declare here and now, the hammer of justice shall be brought down upon all evil.
That man is a lion.
Eek! Eek.
Eek.
Eek is some death rattle. Hurry, contact the prosecutor's office. We need that man. Miles Edgeworth. If there's anyone who can solve this case, it's him.
Yes, that is the first thing you think. The president has been assassinated. Contact the prosecutor's office.
Get straight on the dog and bone to Miles Edgeworth. Snazzy jacket put him on. March 25th, 2:46 PM, Gourd Lake Park, audience area.
See his legs?
Red carpet treatment. Word of this must have reached every corner of the world by now. Yeah, you actually see Miles Edgeworth's legs in this version. An assassination attempt on the President of the Republic of Zheng Fa. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecutor. I was asked to investigate this grave incident, but upon my arrival... There's Dick Gumshoe.
Mr. Edgeworth. We've been waiting for you, sir.
This man is Dick Gumshoe. He's a detective, a legend, with the local precinct to assist me in all cases under my jurisdiction. He eats only ramen. What is the President's current condition?
I'm still not sure, sir. The paramedics just entered his plane a few moments ago.
I see. I hope it's nothing too serious. Very well, detective. Please show me around the crime scene.
Roger that, sir. Hey, mister, just a minute, I'm begging you.
What's this?
Mister, you're the prosecutor in charge around these parts, right? Can I ask you a little something real quick?
I'm afraid I must refrain from commenting for now. Let's go, detective.
Hey, wait, Mr. Prosecutor. Hold on, Mr. Edgeworth. Wait for me, sir.
Now then, detective. Care to fill me in on the details?
Basically, the whole thing happened here in Gourd Lake Park. There was a big welcoming event for the President of the Republic of Zheng Fa.
The President of Zheng Fa, Di Junhuang. As I recall, newspapers and news programs were making quite a deal over his visit. Newspaper article data jotted down in my organizer.
You acquired a newspaper article that you remember? It rained a bit, but it stopped just before his plane landed.
I acquired the memory.
It's the Daily Express, it's probably nonsense.
Special edition.
He came out and all of a sudden, in the middle of his speech, bang! A gunshot. At least, I think it was.
You think? Truth is.
Truth is, I just got here as well, so I don't know all the details, sir.
So you're also called here on short notice?
Yep. And today was supposed to be my day off. I never get a day off.
And I was supposed to be at the High Prosecutor's office preparing a case for trial.
The Chief Prosecutor asked for you personally, sir.
The Chief Prosecutor?
The Chief Prosecutor was taking part in the welcoming event. Apparently the Chief called out right after the incident occurred. "Call Prosecutor Edgeworth, he's the only one who can solve this case," he said.
I see. So that's what happened.
After the incident, we sealed off the park right away.
Which means the assassin is still in the park. Dun dun dun.
An assassin in this crowd. This could get dangerous, sir.
If there was another incident, these civilians could get in harm's way. This is a race against time. Let's begin the investigation. First,
we investigate the crime scene and gather some information.
Precisely. There's no mistaking it. The president was targeted with a gun. Even under such tight security, the president was fired at during the speech. This is something I'll have to keep in mind. Detective Gumshoe, where was security at the time of the gunfire?
The police were only in charge guarding the park's perimeter. The president was being protected by his own personal bodyguards. It's those guys over there. Why don't you try talking to them, sir? Oh, you better press the A button. What do you want?
You're the president's bodyguards, correct? What are the president's security detail like during the speech?
The president had his two best men by his side. The rest were stationed near the stage area. We are professionals. We constantly kept our eyes on the crowd, scanning for any signs of suspicious activity.
I see. In other words, security was flawless during the president's speech. Any suspicious people would have been noticed. Let's keep going. We should talk to other people and examine anything suspicious. In order to collect the remaining pieces of information from the scene of the crime.
I see, so that's how you ran up your info. So what do you do with all that info after it's squared away?
Someone in the crowd is making quite a ruckus, but I don't have time for that now, young ruffians.
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, tell me how, please! After gathering some pieces of information, he tried to find the connections between them.
Detective!
Hey now, don't be such a stick in the mud. What's this about finding connections? You connect the two pieces of information and share a link. That's Mr. Edgeworth's specialty. It's called logic, pal.
He's the only person in the entire Phoenix Wright world who has logic.
L button to use logic, and the X button to connect the thoughts.
Someone was able to fire a gun under flawless security, and they were able to avoid being spotted by professional bodyguards. This is no easy task. There had to be a certain amount of preparation beforehand. It's very likely that the president's assassination was a premeditated crime.
There's only one explanation. The president shot himself. I expected nothing less from Mr. Edgeworth. What brilliant logic, sir.
You're my number one fan. Yes, well, when you follow the facts and find a connection, you will begin to see the truth. However, if the information doesn't line up properly, I may stray farther from the truth. But if I think carefully before piercing the leads together, the logic should flow.
Is that your truth meter?
Bird Lake Park stage.
Okay, let's start by examining everything we can. To examine things, press the A button everywhere. Yes, sir.
Notice anything?
The rain. It stopped, sir. It was pouring right up until the president arrived. Even the mist after the rain has cleared up.
Were you looking forward to the rain?
I plan to go fishing at the lake. Rain gives you a better chance at a big catch, sir.
During the president's welcoming event, all regular activities in the park were prohibited.
It's not a regular activity. There's no activity more special to me than fishing in the lake.
Detective Gumshoe! No court of law would recognise that as a special activity. Even in the midst of such a momentous case, the detective is still his usual self.
Disgraceful.
The investigation, Detective Gumshoe. I assume you understand how to conduct an investigation?
Of course, sir. The basis of any good investigation is collecting information. Examine suspicious objects. Talk to suspicious people. Also, each person may have something different to say about the evidence you've collected. You can present evidence from your organizer to the people you're talking to, sir. And press the X button when talking to someone to present evidence to them. I've been with you for so long, Mr. Edgeworth, I've pretty much got most of the basics down.
And that's pretty much why you still haven't been promoted, Detective.
Mr. Edgeworth, you're such a joker. Even if you show that to me, I still have no idea what it is, sir.
You proclaimed that quite proudly.
Such a tiny object. I'm surprised you don't lose it.
It is an identification badge for us prosecutors, after all.
I see. It must be tough. If it were me, I'd definitely lose it, sir. I'm always losing my police badge.
Having such a talent for losing things must be tough. What is he taking pictures of?
The hammer of justice shall be brought down upon all evil. Looks like he's reading the speech notes on the floor, sir. Guide to Public Speaking 3. Speak slowly and yell loudly with confidence, it says. I see, so that's how it's done. I guess I'll take another photo.
I have an objection to his behaviour at work. Have you found any traces of the assassin?
Nope, not at all, sir. No fingerprints or footprints of any kind. Because everyone's touching everything and walking wherever they want.
Detective, don't you think that was a bit out of line?
I agree, sir. I'll report it and see that it shows up in his next salary assessment.
Gun was fired during the president's speech.
I remember when I had to give a speech in grade school. What an awful day. Right in the middle of my speech, an earthquake broke out and shook the classroom, sir.
That really is awful. I don't do well with earthquakes myself.
Huh? Are you listening to me? You're ignoring me, aren't you, sir? Ah, Mr. Prosecutor. How's this here investigation coming along?
It's that woman from before. I cannot disclose any details concerning the investigation to the general public.
Oh, help a gal out here, Mr. Prosecutor. At this rate, I ain't never gonna face my mentor lotter.
That name just now sounded kinda familiar. It's probably just my imagination. Lot of heart.